Hello and welcome back to Subnautica. In the last episode we were exploring an alien enforcement platform, which we've learned that this planet's under quarantine, so that gun's shooting ships down, and we need to find a way to disable it. But it won't let us do that. It won't let us disable it until we're cured of an infection. So my next step was to actually start building a base. But one thing I've noticed is that when I was playing the video back was that there was actually something I'd missed while I'd been over here at lifepod 13. So what I've done is I've come back just to have a look and see what it was that I'd missed. I just caught a glimpse of it. Now there it is. I just caught a glimpse of it out the corner of my eye. Because I was just going around in circles around here. But I just caught a glimpse of it, so I'm going to just jump out and see what this actually is.
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Okay, so that's a Cyclops hull fragment. So that should now give us 2 engine fragments and 1 hull fragment. So it's possible there might actually be others around here. So it's definitely going to be worthwhile coming back here again to search for more. But the priority for now is I really want to get a base started so that I can start doing recharging of the batteries and so on. Get better storage, because we're going to be here for a lot longer now. So yeah, at some point I'm definitely going to come back here. There's bound to be more fragments that I've missed. I might even come back here with a scanner room once I've learned the blueprints for that. But it'll probably pay to start investigating any other wrecks I've found now that I've got a laser cutter as well. It's a bit too early to go to the Aurora because I know I've got a laser cutter now to get through there through one of the doors there. One problem I've remembered is that you also need the propulsion cannon on. Basically you've got to clear the path. We haven't learned that yet. It is possible to get around some of it, but it's a lot easier once you've got the actual cannon, to be honest. So I'm going to head back here to this life pod, and then I'm going to start building the foundations. So once I get there I'll bring you back. Okay, so I'm back at the life pod, and one of the first things I'm going to need to do is to build an actual habitat builder tool. So that's going to need a computer chip, wiring kit and a battery. Now the wiring kit needs 2 silver. The computer chip needs some coral table gold and copper wire. So, and the battery needs some copper as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and check. I think I'm going to have to start searching for copper because I don't think I've got enough. Yeah, I've got things like gold and that I've picked up along in my travels, but I don't think I've got enough copper. Let's have a quick look. There's 1 piece of copper there. Actually, what I'll do is... Okay, so I need some water. So I've got 1 piece of copper there. Yeah, it's mostly gold. Take that silver because I can at least make the wiring kit. So there was 1 piece of copper that we've got. Okay, that's gold. Sure, one of them had some copper in it. Yeah, that one's got some copper. So I'm going to make the wiring kit to get started. Let's see what that CPU needed. Just get some water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So there's a wiring kit. The CPU needs 2 copper wire, 2 table coral. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go and search for some copper. So once I've got the parts, the resources for this habitat builder, I'll bring you back. Ooh, I just brought you back. I'm searching for copper, and look what I found. Yeah, that thing came to the surface. Ooh, wouldn't want to meet that thing. So it was right behind where the Aurora was. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that when I go back over to the Aurora. I think Officer Keane mentioned when they'd gone over they'd been attacked by a Leviathan predator, and I just saw that. I came up for oxygen and I just saw that thing surfacing. So something to bear in mind when I go there. Anyway, I'll go back to searching for my copper. Okay, so I've managed to gather all the materials that I needed. I've made some copper wire out of the copper that I was just collecting, and I've made a wiring kit out of some silver ore that I had. The CPU we need, that needs table coral, gold and the copper wire, so I'll just make that. I think that should be it. Ah, interesting.
New blueprint acquired.
Advanced wiring kit. Just come out and go back in. Ah, right, okay, yeah, I had to come back out and back in again, so you can then make an advanced wiring kit now once you've learned how to make the CPU. So anyway, the tool I wanted was this habitat builder, so I'll just make that now.
The builder tool is designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions.
So I'll just put that in a slot. So what I was going to do is I was going to put some foundations down along here, run them along here, and then I'll start putting the multi-purpose rooms on top of them. So just open that. The foundation, I tend to find it a bit tricky to build these the way I want to build them. I mean, as you move around, I mean, these things they'll extend the legs down. I don't want them particularly too high, so I think what I'll do is I'll build one. See what that one does. So it needs titanium and 2 lead. Now I do have some lead on me. I mean, that's reasonably high up to avoid this coral from poking through the foundation. I'm going to now. The one thing I've noticed is you can't clip these. I mean, all I've done is built the kind of the image, if you will, but I can't clip anything to it. So I'll start to actually build this foundation because I've already got the materials. So that puts that in place. Now if I put another one, it automatically clips to it. So what I can do is I can build other ones to clip to that one. But again, I can't put one down here until I've got something already built, so I'll put that one down.
Oxygen.
Oh, need some more too. Just get that quickly. That wasn't too low down anyway. We should be able to put another foundation against that one. Then another one against that one. Yep. Yeah, so just a reasonable distance off there. Now, one thing we've learned is the thermal plant. So that's an exterior module, but it needs magnetite. We've already learned how to make aerogel from the ruby and the gel sacks. I know where we can get the rubies from. It was over near one of the life pods. Magnetite, I know where to get that as well, but I'm not going to go there yet, for reasons I'll explain when we do go there. As I say, I like to follow the quest line, and I prefer not to jump ahead really. But anyway, so basically what we'll end up doing then is we're going to build this base with some solar panels. So quartz, copper, titanium, so they should be straightforward. We can put down exterior grow beds, because what I want to do, so I'll just see if I can get, if I've got enough to build that. Right, okay, I'm out of lead. That's a pain. Yeah, so I'm going to have to start searching for lead. I wonder, let me just try the foundation. Right, so that's not so bad. Actually, so if we get the titanium, at least we can at least put a partial build down and then keep building more of them as we go along. I think it might, because if I'm going to have a multi-purpose room here, there'll be a compartment here, because I've got to join them together, so it looks like I'm going to need 3 foundations in width. For some reason it's not letting me clip to there. That's interesting. Yeah, it won't let me clip to that. So I can clip to that. Yeah, that is odd. Well, what I'm going to do anyway is I'm going to go off and gather the lead. I mean, over in this grassy plateau or the red zone, there's usually quite a lot of those I think sandstone rocks, I think they are, where you can get lead, silver and gold. So it shouldn't take me too long to gather more lead. But once I've got that and I've built these foundations, I think I'll probably end up extending it further along on this side, because I want to put one multi-purpose room here for the storage. I'll have to put a compartment here to then join it to another double stacked multi-purpose room. Bottom one I'll put in for just crafting things. The one above that I'll use for an aquarium. It takes up pretty much the entire room, so not much else you can do with it. I'll then need another compartment running along here to join to another multi-purpose room here, which is where I'll be growing the food indoors. And I'm going to leave this external portion here so that I can grow. I'll leave it just free so that I can start putting in grow beds to grow things like the creepvine clusters, to light the place up, gel sacks so that I don't have to keep going out and gathering them. So yeah, I'm going to go off and search for some more lead, and I'll bring you back once I've got them. Ooh. Okay, that was interesting.
Seek fluid intake.
Okay, I suppose I better go and get some water first, but no idea what that was. Okay, so I'm going to go and seek some water. I've got a bladder fish already, so I can go and make some. Then I'm going to go and get the lead, and I'm going to finish off these foundations here. And once I've done that, I'll bring you back. Okay, so I managed to gather all of the lead that I needed to build these foundations. One thing I've noticed is that you do need to fully build the foundation to then be able to clip in new ones. So what I've got, for instance, here is, I mean, when it's fully built, you can build one to its side, you know, even the sides like this. But you can also build in a one that's clipped to the corner. So, for instance, when I was trying to build these ones, or maybe in that one, I couldn't clip ones into the incomplete ones, So I was getting a bit confused there, but it was just because of the corner. It was clipping to a corner of a fully built foundation. That's why. So anyway, I've got these foundations in place. So the next thing is to start putting the multi-purpose rooms in. It's a bit of a shame because they don't sort of like center themselves on the foundations or anything. I thought could have put some sort of like means to sort of like clip them in a bit better. But what I'll do is I'll try one here, or if I can go a bit further left. Put one there.
Oxygen.
Now that needs 5 titanium to build a multi-purpose room. So let's see if I've got enough to do that. Okay, so that's one there. I think I might have to put it to the left.
It would be prudent to separate work and leisure spaces to maximize productivity. Treat this space as your home, but never forget that it is not.
Fair enough. I mean, you've got a multi-purpose room built, but there's not a great deal I can do with it. I need to expand on that. I can't get inside with, for instance. I'm just gonna quickly go back here because I should have some. Have I got quartz on me? Yeah, I've got some quartz there. I want to pick up more quartz because I need. I think it said I needed 2 glass. What's in here? So it's 3. I think I'll need 1 more. Yeah, you'll probably notice that my pile of lockers has been getting bigger and bigger. I gathered a lot of silver while I was looking for lead, a lot of gold as well. But I'll just make some glass here. Because I'd rather have... I quite like the glass compartments. They do weaken the hull integrity, but I quite like them. But I just want to see if I need to move that multi-purpose room out a bit. If you notice there, it's saying you can rotate these, so if I rotate that a bit, it'll clip in. So I'll just finish that one off. And then I want to put a multi-purpose room attached to that one. Okay, so that's hanging off a bit too much to the left there. But it's kind of a no-win situation because it's going to end up off the left there. I think what I'll do is, I've got enough room, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to deconstruct these two. And I'm going to build this multi-purpose room just slightly to the left. I'd rather have the one on the left hanging over slightly. So just move it a bit, so build that one. Okay, if you notice the hull integrity has gone down. So every time I keep adding to this, the hull integrity is going to keep getting lower and lower. I'll get to the point where the base will start to spring leaks. So it's something you've got to keep an eye on. Right, I need to go and get some more titanium. I mean, I've gathered plenty of it so far, so I should be okay for now. Okay, so I just need to find where I put my lockers again. So that's that there. There they are, right in front of me. So is there much titanium in here? Yep. Some more quartz, so I can make some more glass.
Oxygen.
Could do with more quartz, I think, because I'm going to have to build another compartment to connect the other to the other multi-purpose room. Any more quartz? Right, I think I'll have to go and look for some more quartz. Right, we'll have a look around then. I mean, it is dark, so I may as well take advantage of the opportunity. Because quartz does show up easier in the dark. Yeah, there's some over there. From oh no, it's not. They're just plants. There was some quartz in here the last time I was over. Doesn't look as though it's respawned. I was wondering if it would do that. Maybe it will after a period of time or something, I don't know. So I need one more. That'll get us two glass, which should be enough to then build the other compartments. That'll give me the lower multi-purpose rooms all joined together. Nope, that wasn't any over there. Yeah, it's starting to get light now. At least it seemed to be anyway. Oh, some salt. May as well get that. Well, I'm going to go and gather some more materials, I think, because otherwise I could be here for quite a while.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm going to pause the video, and once I've got the materials, I'll bring you back. Okay, so I've been gathering some more materials, so let's start and see if I can finish off the lower ground. So I've got those two now connected. I want to put in another glass compartment. Oh, didn't want to put that there. Connect that to the multi-purpose room here. And I'll put another multi-purpose room here. Okay, now obviously we need a way to get into this, so one of the things you'll need is the hatch, but I'm going to need another piece of quartz for that, and that would go either there, but I think I'll need another compartment to attach to there, and then put the hatch, the bulkhead door part into it. What I do want to put in is the top floor section, so I want to put in another multi-purpose room. If you drop it just slightly, it'll fit just nicely on top. So I want to put one here. I forgot that's where I'm going to put a reactor. At the moment we know how to build the bioreactor. So downstairs will be where we'll grow our plants for food. Upstairs is where I'll create energy through a bioreactor. I want to put in another compartment here, and then I'll put another multi-purpose room in here. Oh.
Oxygen.
The reason I put that extra compartment in is because you want to put in, you need to put in ladders to be able to get in from one floor to the other, and I want to be able to basically come into here, go upstairs, and then gather whatever fish that I've hatched and bring them back to the bioreactor over here. I could put a ladder down in here, but it's because this one's going to have this extra compartment here. It's going to be a bit of a problem because the ladders tend to block off some of your movement. It's not so bad over there because I don't intend to extend it outside, so I can put the ladder on this side here. Most of the time, the only time I'll need to go to the actual aquarium is to actually go and get, as I say, some fish to put into this bioreactor. So I need to find some quartz. I'm going to have to make some more glass, I suspect, another compartment to attach here. I'll need another one on here to connect to the moon pool, and another one on here to connect to the scanner room. Now the moon pool, Yeah, the scanner room we haven't got all the fragments for. The moon pool needs some more lead as well. So I'll go out and gather the resources and I'll bring you back. Okay, so I've been gathering some more materials, so let's see how much further we can get along in building this. So that's that part done. Gets us at 2 compartments. So this one will be for the scanner room. This one I'll connect to the moon pool, so should be able to attach that to there. But it's a bit far out. I don't know if that'll connect or not. No, for some reason it's not clipping to it. I think you've got to be at a certain angle or something. It's strange. Let's try again. Oh, that's it. You've got to be at a certain height, I believe. Yeah. I think it only clips if it's at the right height. Don't know what happened there.
After weeks without human contact, it is normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
Okay, well, I've already started to hallucinate, I would imagine. Because I don't know what that thing was I saw. No, that's not going to do it. Right, I'll try that in a minute, but one thing I was going to do is, yeah, I've got the parts for the hatch, but... Ah, that's handy. It builds its own... Ah, that's good, it builds its own connector. I was beginning to think I'd have to build another compartment to then attach to the hatch. I mean, if we go inside, there's no...
Warning, emergency power only.
Yeah.
Oxygen production offline.
I better get out actually, because I've got no oxygen.
Oxygen.
Yeah, so without any power, there's at the moment there's water inside. There's no oxygen, obviously. So all I'll have to start doing is adding solar panels to the top of here. So what I can do is I'll put one of them at the back here. I'll put another one over there on the side. I don't think it matters what what direction you point these in. I haven't noticed anything in particular while I build these. It's not as if there's no like animation, I don't think, to show them tracking. But for those I'm going to have to gather more quartz, more copper ore. What puzzles me at the moment is this moon pool, because it's been a pain. I'm sure it's a height where you've got to be at a certain height to get it to clip or snap in. It's a bit frustrating. Because it's just at that distance, it's too far out to clip. I mean, while it's red, it just won't let me even try to clip. Let's try it there. That looks a bit better, I think. Yeah, so there you can see that's now clipped in. And then what you can do is you can bring the... Yeah, you can then... you can actually swim in here if you want. But you can also bring the seam off in, which is quite handy. But again, I better move because I've got no power and no oxygen in there yet. So I don't have the blueprint yet for the scanner room. I've got 2 multi-purpose rooms there, 2 there. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put my outdoor grow beds. That's an indoor one. That's not good. Indoor, outdoor. Right. so they're actually quite small. There's no sort of like clipping at all that I can find to get them to snap into place, so it's just a matter of best guess really, lining them up as best you can. I mean, to complete your game you don't really need that many, to be honest. Most of it's just for convenience. So that just needs titanium. I need a lot more titanium. Alright, so I can break this titanium down. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go and pause the video, gather some more things, and then I'll bring you back once that's done. Okay, so I've been out gathering more resources, so I should be able to get these solar panels done now. I mean, where I've been looking for the quartz, that's been the hardest to find. For that I've been looking among the grass. It sometimes hides, well, I'll say it hides, it's hidden in the grass, so that's like the green grass areas you find, red grass. But the best time really is just to go out looking during the night when it's dark. Things show up much easier at night. Well, the quartz does anyway. Right, so that's
Farming alien plants is a proven survival strategy. Craig McGill survived 47 months on a healthy, raw salad of live tree roaches and stank root.
Ew. Right, what I'm going to do is, these are quite close by, but I tend to find it still useful to grow some of these, so what I can do is I can actually put those seeds, they don't take too long to grow actually, so I can put them into there and they'll start to grow, and then they'll highlight the base a bit easier. You can also grow these creep vines if you're not. I mean, in my case, I've actually got these quite close by to where the base is, so it's easy for me to get. But if you're going to need things like the fiber mesh and the seeds, then it pays to take some with you. Build your base, because I know I'll be building one base that's pretty far from here, and I don't think that it's at a much lower depth. I only build it mostly for convenience, but I can then take things like, you know, take these creep vines, like seeds, grow them. That makes life easier as well. So I'm just going to head back over here. Pretty sure I had some gel sacks somewhere, because I want to start to grow them as well. Nope. Yeah, the marble melons I'll have to grow indoors. Ah, there we go. Right, so I'll just go over there and then I'll plant them while I'm here. So there you go, the sun's coming up.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
So that's them two planted. So if we go into the base now, because the power's on, yeah, we've got O2. So the power's slowly going up. We've got a base power of about 300 to tap into, but that can get used pretty quickly. So we've got our moon pool over here. This area here is where I'm going to put all my crafting gear. Here I'll put some grow beds, so I'll just put them in while I'm here. Interior. So I tend to just put one in each corner. It's usually more than enough. I want to put a ladder in here to be able to get upstairs. So that Now if you notice, I don't know if I've got enough titanium. Yeah, I don't have enough titanium, I'll have to go and get some, but the way that's facing, it's blocking off, it blocks off anything behind it, which is a bit of a pain. Sometimes I'll put one here, but I mean it's fine just having the one ladder, because as I say, what I'll do is I'll build a bioreactor upstairs there, and then I'll just be harvesting fish up there in an aquarium. Over here is where I'm going to put the storage. I mean there's lots of different types of storage, but I'm quite happy just putting these type in, to be honest. So I'll probably put, say, like one there, and then repeat that around the room. One thing you have to bear in mind though is, as soon as you start to build things and attach they kind of attach to the room, if you will. Now the hull base, I don't know what the hull base integrity is at the moment, because every time you build something it tells you. It's possible I'll add something here, I'll add the scanner room here, and it might break the integrity. But the trouble is I don't have the blueprints yet, and I really need to get this base up and running. What you can sometimes find is that you might get a break if the hull integrity goes. You'll might get a break in the wall here. It could be over in this part of the wall. They can spring up all over the place, and you can't see them from the outside, or I haven't. Even though you see like what looks like an O2 leak, you can't, because the water starts flooding in, and it gives the impression that, you know, it's leaking to the outside, as you would expect. But you go outside, you can't see any like O2 bubbles or anything. So sometimes you might have to tear things like these down, because they might be like stuck behind them. So just something to bear in mind. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the base so far. There's something else I'll need to build in here, which is I think that said you could get the vehicle bay. Pretty sure I had the, oh yeah. So there's the vehicle upgrade console. You can pretty much put that. There's a few different places you can put that. I think I'll put that on this side. I mean that needs titanium, computer chip, copper wire. Some of the things I'll do is I'll put a radio. See, that's the entrance there, so I'll put a radio here. I'll put a medical kit, a medical fabricator here. I'll build my fabricator here. Now, I don't have the blueprints yet for the batteries, so I'll probably put the battery charges over here, the power cell charges over here. Modification station will probably end up like one of these corners. Let's see what else I could build while I'm here. So that's the modification station there. It's a bit unfortunate, that aquarium. You can put fish in, but that's all it does. It just takes up like a corner. You can put fish in it, but it's pretty just much cosmetic. They won't breed with each other. You can't hatch eggs at all. You really need the proper aquarium. What else could we build? So there's the exterior. I need magnetite to be able to build these. Spotlights take up a lot of water. I don't really need one of those for here. The bioreactor, yeah, we can make a bioreactor once I get the ladder done. And that'll go in the other multi-purpose room. And these are all just mostly cosmetic. There's a wall planter. I could have actually picked one of those up from the Degassi base that was on the island. I'm pretty sure I actually passed one by but didn't scan it in. So I'm going to end the video there, because the base is pretty much complete. I've got all the the specs to get it started, and it's just a matter of gathering all the resources and crafting them, and then coming back and completing these off. So when I start the next video, this base will be completed, and I'll just show you where I got to. As I say, there's some things like the scanner room I can't build yet without the blueprint, and there's the thermal plants as well. I'll need the magnetite for that. So that's all for this video. I do hope you liked it. If so, then do please leave a like. If you want to see more content from Subnautica, then if you haven't already done so, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe. Until then, thanks very much for watching. Bye.